Lagos Country Club Invitational Table Tennis Championship. It's a bi-monthly table tennis championship, and we are glad to be here for the semi-final encounter, and it is the first semi-final encounter in this championship. I have on the commentaries with me also Femi George. Femi George is a member of the Lagos Country Club, the table tennis section, as well as a table tennis player. He will be coloring the commentaries with me as he gives insight into most of the players as well as the game. Femi, it's good to have you join me.
Thank you very much, Jide. Viewers, you're welcome to the first semi-final of the bi-monthly Table Tennis Invitational Tournament. The first semi-final this evening is between Fatima Bello of Union Bank and Rasheedat Ogundele of the National Security and Civil Defense Corporation Corps. It promised to be a very interesting one. Rasheedat Ogundele is currently the defending champion of the monthly tournament. Until now, that's changed to bi-monthly. She had about 4 trophies to her credit in the series of this tournament from inception, which has accounted for about 16 editions, since 2016. She's a right-handed player, and of course a defensive player, I beg your pardon. She has a special bat that gives her the edge to defend accurately and makes the game a bit difficult for her opponents. Fatima Bello, on her part, it's an aggressive player, a left-handed player, full of confidence and determined to win every match that she plays. This first semi-final promises to be a very interesting one. So I request audience to please sit back and watch a very, very interesting and exciting game.
Thank you very much, Femi George there, giving you the insights and what you should know as regards the 2 players that will be playing in the first semi-final of this championship. We have Rasheedat Ogundele. She is sporting a green top and a black skirt. That is what Ogundele is sporting. And we have the officials too. And we have Fatima. Fatima is sporting a red shirt and a black skirt. Just like Femi has said earlier, I expect to see some level of aggressiveness from Fatima in this particular game, especially when you are playing against the undisputed champion. And everybody almost wants, every sportsman who is always happy to upset the apple cart. So anything can happen in this one, and I know that Fatima should be excited if she can upset the apple cart, and I know that it will rather send all the spectators here bustling with so much expectation, and some of them are even going to riotous celebration, because that will mean that we wouldn't have the defending champion defend our title. But let's see, and I know it's going to be the best of 3 games. So let's see how it goes, Femi.
Yeah. Basically, it's going to be a best of 7 games, I guess. And it's, like I said earlier, it's going to be very, very interesting. The umpire for this match is umpire Karimat, a very distinguished table tennis player in her own right too, in her playing days. An offensive player those days. But I want to believe that this game is not going to be an easy one for Rasheedat Ogundele, and you may want to ask why. Fatima Bello is an aggressive player, like I said in the beginning. She make a means of defenders. Okay, for you to play a defender, you must be that confident. Okay, in the first instance, that is what give you an edge over defensive players, because defenders in the first place, beyond their natural skill, they're using a bat, a mastery bat that prevents you to play at your own dictate. So for you to play at your own dictate against a defender, you must have the mindset that whatever you have, whatever the weapon that you have in your bat, I'm prepared to play you and bring out the best in me. So it's going to be a very tough fight this evening. The players are still warming up. They are entitled to 2 minutes warm up by the international standard before the commencement of the match. You also want to note that Rasheedat Ogundele is a very focused player. When the opportunity comes her way, she grabs it with both hands. The quarterfinal, she came back from a 2-set down to win 3-2. That tells you that she's focused. She can take her chance when it comes. That's the first point, and it is
Advantage to
1-0 as Fatima is serving.
Femi's giving us all you need to know, bringing his expertise on as far as this game is concerned.
Okay.
It is 1-1 now.
1-1. The value that one cannot take away from Rasheedat is being a defensive player. She sometimes surprises you with an attack. So she comes in with an attack and then go back to her defensive play. Yeah, it's a mixture of parts that she uses. So it's 3-2 now.
It is Fatima's advantage.
Yeah.
And now it is 3-3.
3-3. And Rasheedat to serve now. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about defensive player, most times things seems to work in their advantage because of the fact that they can switch from defense and to attack, and they can go back quickly.
Yeah. That's the edge you are talking about here. Okay, because in the game of table tennis, it is expected that the player that initiates the attacks, okay, most likely wins the point. Okay, but these defensive players have a special bat that requires a special approach to play. You will see what I'm talking about in a moment. The red side of Rasheedat's bat is the defensive. So if she plays the ball with the red surface, Fatima had to be very careful in treating it, okay? Because it doesn't come the way it is expected to come for an attacker. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the uniqueness of a defender. This black surface is an offensive surface. The red surface is a defensive surface. And so now it's 8-8 now.
It's like a ding-dong affair.
A ding-dong affair, and Fatima is serving. That's the surprise I tell you about. She will always come up with a surprise attack. 8-9. That's the difficulty. 9-9. That's a good backhand from Fatima. Yeah. The red surface of the defensive player is expected to slow down the game. And that is it. The first game had gone the way of Rasheedat Ogundele at 11 points to 9. Jide.
That's it. It's quite interesting. One, they've been able to give account of each other, themselves rather, and I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. But Ogundele, who is the defending champion, living up to the expectation. At least he's been able, unlike the last game where she had to come back from 2 sets down, she's taken this one, and this might add some pep to her confidence already going into the next game. So for Fatima needs to put in something into this game right now, because she has her work cut out if she wants to do, she wants to put up any upset, any appearance that we see the spectators burst into rapturous celebration here, just like I said.
Absolutely, Judy. Fatima now needs to come back with all in her armory to ensure that she give a good fight if she wants to proceed beyond this semi-final. Okay, but the Rasheedat that I know does not let go when the advantage come her way. So it's 2 points to nothing, 2-0 now, 0-2. I beg your pardon. Fatima serving, Ogundele leads 1-2.
Gradually, I'm beginning to read the phase of Fatima. It's like the pressure is beginning to get into her now.
She's actually getting frustrated with the style of play and being what Rasheedat is, a defensive player. So she's getting frustrated with her strokes. That is not perfectly delivered, but a good open up, a forehand open up by Rasheedat. So Rasheedat now serve at 3-2. That's the style. She pin you down with a red surface, and then you push back. If you mistakenly push back, she comes in with an attack with a black surface. The black is the offensive, the red is the defensive.
Deliver mastery of what she knows how to do.
That's a good forehand from Fatima.
It's 4 apiece.
For a piece now. If Fatima could get this game, it will probably give a ding-dong affair. 4-5.
Coming into
5-4.
It will help her really in this game. Talking about Fatima,
That's right.
Rasheedat is getting a 2-point lead now.
I think Rasheedat is dictating the pace of this game. She's dictating the way to go. Oh, that's a lucky one. And she served at 4-7. Painful. That's very painful. 7-5. That's what I expect Fatima to do to the red surface. Be prepared to face the challenge and take the bull by the horns and attack.
She's listening to
7-7. You don't allow a defender to attack you. A defender should defend. So if you allow a defender to attack you, that means she's dictating the pace. So Fatima should take the initiative to attack. The moment a defender attacks you, then she's dictating the pace. She's no longer a defender. And that's what Rasheedat is doing here. Attacking. Even though she's not getting all the points, but she's taking the initiative to attack. Now it's 8-8, and she's serving. 8-8. Yeah.
It appears to be turning right now.
8-9.
And it is Fatima leading for the first time in this game.
Wow, that was a brilliant one. A brilliant forehand block from Fatima, and she serves at 10-8. Good serve to end the game at 11-8. Jide.
It's 1-1. Wow. Femi, I must say that I never expected Fatima to come back into this game, but like I said, in sports, upset, anything can happen. You can never write off anybody as far as sport is concerned. I'm really excited, and I must say that, like I said, to see Fatima come back and he has leveled, and the game is one apiece to the players.
Fatima, it's one player that has the spirit of never say never. Okay, it's not over for her until it is over, and that's what she had, put into this second game now. She was trailing behind at 8-6, I guess, and she came back to lead at 9-8 for the first time, and went ahead to win the game at 11-8. That's a good one for her. So it's one game apiece now. In the game of table tennis, every game matters. Every game matters because anything can happen. Anything in a racket game, you close the game where you need to close the game. You don't drag it into unnecessarily. So, yeah.
All right, let's see whether Fatima will be highly resilient in this particular game too. It is the third of the game, and it is Fatima taking the lead. It is 1-1. 1-1 now. Ogundele serves.
Wow, that was wasteful. That was wasteful, but it is expected as she's defensive. The attacker will not be pardoned for that miss. So it's 1-2, and Rasheedat serves.
Femi, well, like Rasheedat has been winning this tournament.
Yeah.
But I know that the pressure is on her.
On her, yeah.
So make sure that she retains a title.
Yeah.
And I know what it means when you are defending the title. For Fatima, she's got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And it appears she has thrown everything into this.
She's now throwing everything into the game. She leads at 4-1 now, and it appears she's changed her strategy. If you look at her style of game now, she's playing more of the red surface. She's attacking the red surface, and Rasheedat is trying to be more offensive, trying to open up the game with her black surface, just to ensure that she keep the tempo that she started with. It's 2-5 now. And 6-2. Very aggressive Fatima. Left-handers in table tennis or racket games are ordinarily very difficult to play. Yeah, very difficult to play. Because in your mindset, when you play a left-hander, when you have the intention of playing their backhand, naturally you are playing their forehand because they are left-handers. So until it beckons on you that, hey, this is a left-hander. Yeah. Absolutely. So you need to tune your mind into the game, tune your mind into the opponent to say, hey, I'm playing a left-hander.
Rasheedat's closing up. It's 5 to Rasheedat, 7 to Fatima.
Wow, that's an edge ball. We call that an edge ball. A tip on the table, and 6-7. A good forehand attack. That is the way an offensive player should play.
I think if Fatima can be calm, this game is
wow. Sorry, Jide, that's a waste. And it's a bonus point that shouldn't happen at this type of when the points are most needed. You see what I'm talking about, Rasheedat? Okay, she doubles as an offensive player too. When she wants to attack, she come out to attack. And that's what she does now. 10-7. Good one, good forehand from Rasheedat. It's 8-10 now, and she serves. She takes advantage of her service, and she can bring this to a deuce. 8-10, 2 points away apart. Again, that is wasteful, very wasteful, and Fatima takes the lead. 2-1 now.
It's the best of fives game.
I guess it's going to be a best of 7. Yeah, it's a semi-final, except the officials decide otherwise. It is expected to be a best of 7 match.
It's been interesting, the first semi-final here, and it's lived up to his expectation as far as I am concerned.
Absolutely.
It doesn't come easy dethroning the defending champion, but we've seen Fatima throw all her weight into this, and as we are talking right now, she's leading.
With
2
great
games,
comeback.
exactly, and the way the game, especially for the last game, the way it's gone, she's been able to maintain the lead until the very end.
Yeah.
Making sure she's cool, calm, collected, not throwing betraying her composure.
Yeah.
And I think she's giving Rasheedat a run for her money, really.
Yeah, she's really lighting up the game. The fans are getting excited. We are watching what we expect. So it's the match is living up to expectation. So this is the 3rd game, and Rasheedat has started. 0-1. That was a good smash coming from Fatima Bello. That's the confidence I'm talking about. She's someone who has that confidence in her, prepared to do all it takes. She leads 3-0. 3-0.
Which is good for her.
Which is very good for her. She has
Rushed the lead.
She has decided to take the match to her now.
Take the lead, rush the points, and just consolidate with whatever you can pick.
Now Rasheedat is in serious trouble. She's confused. She's confused now. She's confused. Absolutely. 1-4. She is absolutely confused, and Fatima is gaining that confidence the more. Wow, another unpardonable miss. 5-1, Fatima serves, and she leads. 6-1, Rasheedat is confused. Points. This is the right time for her coach to call for a timeout and give her some pep talk. That's not coming. It's 2-6 now, and Rasheedat will serve. Let's service. Fantastic. That is how to play a defender, particularly a defender with a special part of Rasheedat's. It's 8-2 now. Even though anything can happen in a game of table tennis, I see only a miracle happening for bringing back Rasheedat into this game. So it's 8-3 now, and Fatima leads. Fatima is not a careless player, so I don't expect her to lose with 8-3. A very careful and confident player, Fatima Bello. 5-8. Rasheedat is gathering momentum. 5-8. She won't let go.
And it's an advantage. She's serving now.
She's serving, yeah. It's 6. 4 points at a row. 4 points at a row from 8-2 to 8-6.
Femi, you can see what happened.
Yeah, the coach has called for timeout. I mean, what's the essence of keeping a timeout when you need to use it at the right time? The timeout is there. It's a 1 minute break to give a pep talk to your player when she's in trouble. I mean, it's the right thing, it's the wise thing for Fatima's coach to do, which he has done. Fatima has lost 4 points at a row, and as such, it is just necessary for him to call for that timeout to give the pep talk. If not for anything, but to cool the tempo of the game and bring her back to play. So let's see what happens after this.
I'm saying about 5 points gap being reduced to 2. And we see what happened.
Wow, that's a very brilliant
It's a
play.
crucial point, if you ask me.
Yeah,
It's a
9-6.
crucial point.
I am very sure the coach must have told Fatima to be defensive and allow Rasheedat to do more of the attack. She almost served out there. She was lucky. But now it's 10. 6-10. Rasheedat serves. Wow, brilliant backhand. Like I told you, the coach must have told her that, look, let Rasheedat do all the attacking and you stay and block. So it's 11-6 now, and it's 3-1 in favor of Fatima. Yeah, like I said, it's a best of 7 match. If it had been best of 5, the match would have ended by now. But it's a best of 7 match. So one more for Fatima, 3 more for Rasheedat. Anything can happen. It's still open. But we are having fun.
We're having fun, really. That's what table tennis is. That's what it's all about. That's what it does to you. It makes you throw the books out of the window most times, because on a bad day for some players, you will be shocked by their performance, and that means that the bookers will be made to look ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. We've seen matches where a player leads by 3 games and an upset comes up and loses at 4-3. So game number 5 now, Fatima leads 1-0.
Femi, you might say that it's too early, but the rate it's going, I really expected Rasheedat to allow Fatima to pick the first 2 points, and she has done it now.
You see, I think I want to say that maybe in the spirit of change, these players are burning for a change. Rasheedat had dominated this special invitational tournament for so long, and they are determined to dethrone her. They are determined to come with their all and have a change. I think that is what is happening here. Rasheedat's coach has called for a timeout, because if she loses this game, that's the end. The timeout will be useless to the coach. So he has called for a timeout to give a pep talk. She's trailing behind now at 1-4. But one thing with Rasheedat, even at 1-4, I still believe the game is open, because Rasheedat is one player that always comes from behind to win a match. We saw that happen at the quarterfinals, where she was trailing 2 games to nothing against Fumi Ajala, and she came back to win at 3-2. So anything can happen. It's not over until it's finally over. Okay, but the only thing that will give me the confidence that this match has gone the way of Fatima Bello is her confidence. She is a very confident player. She does what she wants to do anytime she wants to. She takes the initiative, to attack when she needs to. 2-4. 3-4.
It's 3-4?
Yeah.
3-4.
Rasheedat is taking it slowly now.